What's good, E3 Radio family? Welcome to our first queer open mic show where we are showcasing queer talent. And I'm so excited to have an artist joining us for our first show, for our first episode. So I'm going to stop talking with all the intro and I'm going to introduce our first guest. Welcome to Queer Open Mic.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello.
Welcome. So
Yeah.
is it Luska?
Yes, Luska.
Okay. Whew, I got it right. My goodness. All right. So, welcome, Luska, to the Queer Open Mic. Thank you so much for joining me. So, we're going to have a good time here. We're going to interview, have some questions going. And then at the end, we got a performance for y'all. So, make sure you stick around. Okay. All right. So, first question here. Tell us, where are you from? What is your talent? And how long have you been doing it?
Cool. So I was born in Atlanta. I grew up there, but I grew up in Chicago for 10 years, and that's
Oh,
what
wow.
initially made me really interested in y'all because when Anna came to the IC campus, I'm like, "Oh, you're from Chicago? I'm from Chicago." So is that like instant like bonding.
That's dope.
Um and I do a lot of different art. As you can see, it's very beautiful back behind me. I like
Yes.
to design anything that deals with designing. I'm here in an musical capacity, but I
Mhm.
also do photography and videography now because I shot all of that music video within the past like
Wow.
18 hours and edited it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a top bitch. I'm a
Oh,
top
okay.
yeah, I take pleasure. I see myself as like a Renaissance woman. I take pleasure
Okay.
in dipping my toes in anything and everything. And
Yes.
I'd say it started, let's see, in 2016. So 8 years this April I've been producing,
Wow.
but and
Wow.
then I've been like rapping for like 6 years. Mhm. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
I'm a
you
little
so you
proud. I'm
are,
a
I
little
can't
proud.
even say a triple threat. You quadruple and whatever it is after that. I can't even, I have to go back to school. But you are just a jack of all trades. That's what we call that, a jack of all trades. Okay. I love that you like to inspire yourself in different areas. And so how does that play into the music that you are currently creating? How do you create time to actually be the artist, be the videographer, be, all these different hats at once?
It's really difficult, to be honest, because sometimes I want to work in like just like producing the beat. I don't want to
Right.
rap or I want to
Right.
take photos. I don't want
Mhm.
to be the subject. And it's
Right.
hard to have all of them collide at once
Yeah.
to really show who I am
Mhm.
because and this is something I've been realizing more recently is just
Mhm.
because I make something that doesn't necessarily mean it's for me. I don't
Right.
have like I can give out my talents elsewhere.
Yeah,
But that's
absolutely.
something, yeah. But I feel like when it comes to just making the art,
Mhm.
it's rhizomatic. I
Mm.
feel like I'm inspired by seemingly unrelated things, but
Wow.
they just like come together. I mean, I'm a very gothic person.
Yeah,
I would turn my thing
you have an
around, but
eclectic style.
it's a bit, yes.
Yeah.
And that influences what I'm gonna rap about because I only like talking about things about my life. I don't
Mhm.
really like to, or maybe I'll tell a story, but it's gonna be something real. I don't like to build it up. So I'll say when you hear me talk about some dope ass shit, know I'm a dope ass person.
Yeah, 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 that's right.
um,
Alright. Okay.
but
I
yeah.
feel that.
Um, mhm.
Alright, alright. So my next question I have for you here is, have you done any professional training, or is this all kind of just like natural training? You just hopped right in.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like the poster girl of you can do it yourself. I taught
Yes.
myself how to produce. I just listen to people's raps and just emulate and
Yeah.
develop my own style. I was actually a jazz guitarist before I started rapping. I
What?
was a jazz guitarist in college, and I left it all behind so I could start and taking producing seriously.
Oh my.
Um,
You keep jumping ahead of my questions here. You
that's
you got many talents. That's one
I
of my
know.
questions. What other talents you got? You are very talented.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
thank
I
you.
see. All right. Yeah, no, definitely. That's really awesome. I feel like I pride myself in the same way of, teaching myself how to do things. And,
Mhm,
when I get to a space I feel like I may need some training, then I hop into that. But for the most part, I pride myself in learning myself. So I
mhm.
love that we're able to connect on that level. So my next question I have for you is, do you perform regularly or do you only perform when you can?
Yeah, I do perform quite regularly. I actually have a show next week. It's Beyonce themed. It's called Ain't No Hold Down.
Okay. Okay.
Um, in
Okay.
honor of this new album coming out. I DJ with a group,
Mhm.
which I guess I didn't say that. I also DJ.
Wow, okay.
um, and yeah, so sometimes when I DJ at these nights, I might do one of my originals. Like the last
Mhm.
time it was a vampire ball that I hosted, and
Wow.
I had like a vampire-esque song. It's called
What?
Count Luska's Lair. Um,
Ooh,
but yeah, I'll perform when I feel like the crowd can receive it. I like to
gotcha.
perform in more like intimate forms because when it's like 300 plus people deep, because I live in Ithaca, there are no clubs. These are bars that we turn into club atmospheres. um, but yeah, I I have this regularly like DJ gig at this local spot
Okay,
currently.
alright, that's cool. So you do get out,
Not
you get
shouting out
that
the name because
experience.
I don't like the owner, but I'm gonna shout out the bartenders and all the staff that works there. I'll
Shout
say
out to
it's the
everybody
range.
else.
Fuck the owner, love the employees.
Uh, well, it's good that you get that stage presence in a way,
Mhm,
and you're able to hone into your craft and be able to practice, because practice does make perfect, no matter what anybody else says. So, all right. So my next question I have for you is: have you achieved any accomplishments since pursuing your talent?
yeah. Um, I think one of the coolest things, but it was while I was actually in college.
Hmm.
I got nominated and then won this grant. You can't apply, like a professor has to nominate you. And I won like 1,200 something dollars. And I
Wow!
was really able to like buy a bunch of new equipment. That was really cool. That's when I was
Wow!
like, oh wow, like, and it's really funny because people say there's no money in the arts, but there is so much
Oh
money.
yeah!
I'm
Oh
like,
yeah!
it's there. I'm like,
Hmm.
because civilization, we need art,
Yes.
especially in the times we're going through in the world. Art is more
Yes.
important than ever,
Yes,
and it really
absolutely.
like tethers our soul to our
Mhm.
bodies.
I agree with that.
So yeah, that was an accomplishment that I found really good. There was also a time when um I protested around, and there's this group. We call them the minors because they're just young. They're sub 18. Um, they made me a plaque and like made one of those like, I'm not gonna call it fake because it's very real to me. But it's like one of those like vinyls, like oh you're going gold or you're going platinum,
Mhm.
and then yeah they made that for me. And
Wow.
that's when I realized, because there's like, this is just a placeholder for your real one. I'm like, no, this is the real one
Yeah, that is. That's a beautiful story.
because
That's very
it's
true.
hanging up in the other room right now.
I love that. I love that for you. And that's very much like that hits to the heart, because it's like
Mhm,
someone truly does recognize you. This not I wish people would understand that these big awards and things like that aren't the it,
Mhm.
you know, that having someone take their time out to make something for you that is, you know, a replica, quote unquote, is truly that, like you said, that is the prize, that is the recognition,
Mhm.
recognition in that. And so yeah, that's such a beautiful story. I'm glad that that happened to you, and that's I'm glad that's a memory that you can have and carry with you
Mhm.
and physically see. So
Mhm.
um, my next question, moving on, even though you've told us so many times you are so talented, do you possess any other talents?
Um, a couple.
Okay, all right.
Before the reason why I started rapping is because I am actually a poet first. I've been writing poetry
Wow,
for over a decade. I
wow,
actually have a like a poetry book, like manuscript that I've been working on that I would like to get published, and I would like to
yeah,
become poet laureate of Ithaca.
wow.
Um, I'll
Shout
do a
out to
little
all the
shout out. Shout
poets.
out, yeah, shout out, Meek. I'm gonna beat you, but stay humble. Stay humble though. Um, but yeah, I love poetry, and as of recent, I've been combining my photography skills and just my love for fashion to make a local fashion magazine, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna call that like House of Waters. Just gonna
Wow.
be just showcasing like people's talents around town.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna open it up to just upstate, and with with more traction, maybe it'll become like the East Coast, then all the
Yeah.
West, and then the world.
Yes. Yeah. You never know. You just
But
got to keep putting yourself out here.
yeah,
Definitely.
but for me, it's the most important part is highlighting other people's stuff
Mm-hmm.
because I already do so many things. People know what I'm doing. I want to give shed light on the people who are doing just as good stuff, but they might not have as much recognition because the work that they have isn't the type that is readily visible.
Right. Yeah, I love that. And I do the same type of work as well. And I think it's great that we are able to connect and, you know, spread that message together,
Mhm.
and get collaborations and get work done together, you know? So beautifully said. So, my last question I have for you here before we get your performance here at the end, very exciting. Um, Tell the audience, why should they go and check you out, and where can they find more of you?
Okay. I mean, I'd be surprised if you don't already feel convinced,
Yeah, come
but
on. Talk your
but
stuff, up yourself.
I'll say again, I keep it really real.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's out of character of me to try to convince people to listen to my stuff. I make music for, I mean, if you resonate it to it, I'm looking for the people that resonate, that will resonate to the music because
Yes.
my favorite artists aren't the biggest
Yeah.
artists ever. It's the small artists that keep to themselves and not asking for all the publicity and promotion. It's funny, I'm saying that and I'm in an interview right now. um but yeah, I rap about joy, I rap about pain, I make instrumental, beautiful things. I'm interested in creating things that I've never heard before and just
Yes.
things that just sound glorious for lack of a better word.
Yeah. Yes.
But I
Well,
think that's a pretty good word though.
yeah, it is. It is. Well, thank you so much for joining me on Queer Open Mic. Links for
Mhm.
the
Thank
Brat
you so much.
Dondada, or
Mhm.
Luska, whichever one you want to.
I'm the
You
brat,
can be able to,
big
right,
brat.
you the brat, all of that, you know what I'm saying, whichever one you can roll off your tongue. You got me tongue twisted
Mhm.
right now. So make sure you go and check her out. Okay, her links will be in the description below for you to check her out, tune into the music. And right now we got a performance for you, so sit tight, hold on to your seats. It is the Brat Dondada. All right. Let's go.
Sounds of pouring rain, contemplating pain, Athena to my right. Victory is surely in my veins. Nike's wing blight, soaring through the fire and the flames. When I pop out, rock out, your life won't be the same. Sounds of pouring rain, contemplating pain, Athena to my right. Victory is surely in my veins. Nike's wing blight, soaring through the fire and the flames. When I pop out, rock out, your life won't be the same. I'm a born-bred city girl hustler. No glove, fashion model, bitch, I'm in the center. For my enemies, no one can get the best of me. I've earned my stripes, now the streets will do the rest for me. I don't care if you cry in my face, I wipe your tears off, I really love the taste. These bitches salty, they should really know the place. They freeze like statues every time I pace. I walk around and talk down to these plebes. You're in the midst of divine femme queen, only seen with the slick fits, rolling with the hot chicks, smoking Mary Jane, couldn't get my picture perfect. Pétillant natural, I'm on a winning spree. Feel like Michel Mouton, pop the bottles off of me. Champagne, I need more champagne. My invincible ray, address me as your majesty. Sounds of pouring rain, contemplating pain, Athena to my right. Victory is surely in my veins. Nike's wing blight, soaring through the fire and the flames. When I pop out, rock out, your life won't be the same. Sounds of pouring rain, contemplating pain, Athena to my right. Victory is surely in my veins. Nike's wing blight, soaring through the fire and the flames. When I pop out, rock out, your life won't be the same. When we hit lick back, this posse don't in fact get involved with chit chat. We block your number, walk the walk, don't keep in contact. We pro queer and pro black, we carry around the knickknacks that fuck the club. When we spin, we won't leave you intact. The weapon trap has been restored to full grace. The peaceful path destroys the frail without a trace. The smoking tombs, all those that savor every taste. Nike's realm cannot be touched or be erased. Lucy lounges on the lover's couch, resume the carnage. Cathartic cocktails made with green chartreuse is how I manage. Bandage out that neck, conceal the veins I once brandished. Now I haunt the night, descend on those that wealth is tarnished. Sweet seduction, endless loving. You think I love you, but you're just fucking. Don't make me leave you in the dead of night, full of fright. Just bare your skin, I bare my veins for a lustful bite. Sounds of pouring rain, contemplating pain, Athena to my right. Victory is surely in my veins. Nike's wing blight, soaring through the fire and the flames. When I pop out, rock out, your life won't be the same. Sounds of pouring rain, contemplating pain, Athena to my right. Victory is surely in my veins. Nike's wing blight, soaring through the fire and the flames. When I pop out, rock out, your life won't be the same.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me on the first Queer Open Mic Showcase. I hope that was
Thank
dope. I hope the performance y'all loved. Make sure, again, the first part of this was talent insight. Y'all got a little bit of insight to the talent. And the second part of that was the showcase performance. Make sure you head to the description below to go and check out the links to follow the Brat Dondada, the Brat, all of that. All right, whichever you want to call her. Okay, and of course, tune in to her music. All right, appreciate y'all for joining. Make sure y'all check us out next month for another queer open mic. All right, we out of here.